Intercooler. A device for cooling gas between successive compressions, especially in a supercharged engine. Intestate. Not having made a will before dying. Jingoism. Chiefly derogatory extreme patriotism in the form of aggressive foreign policy. Kahuna. Informal and important person. Knucklehead. Informal a stupid person. Landward. Toward land. Laparoscopy. A surgical procedure in which a fiber optic instrument is inserted through the wall of the abdomen to enable the internal organs to be viewed. Legionnaire. A member of the Foreign Legion. Leishmaniasis. A tropical and subtropical disease transmitted by the bite of sandflies. Leaf. Old uses happily. Linguine. Small ribbons of pasta. Liquefy. Make or become liquid. Lovelorn. Unhappy because one loves someone who does not feel the same in return. Maharishi. A great Hindu wise man or spiritual leader. Mendicant. Living by begging. Merengue. A Caribbean style of dance music typically in duple and triple time. Milepost. A milestone. Miscarry. Of a pregnant woman, have a miscarriage. Moralist. A teacher or student of morality. Mosey. Informal walk or move in a leisurely way. Multistage. Consisting of or involving several stages or processes. Myocardium. The muscular tissue of the heart. Noncommittal. Not expressing an opinion. Oleander. An evergreen shrub of warm countries with clusters of white, pink, or red flowers. Overcook. Cook food for too long. Overdressed. Wearing clothes that are too elaborate or formal for a particular occasion. Palaver. Informal, a lengthy or boring fuss about something, an unnecessarily long drawn-out process. Paling. A fence made from stakes. Parallelogram. A plane figure with four straight sides and opposite sides parallel. Penman. Two-person with a specified ability in handwriting. Perihelion. The point in the orbit of a planet, asteroid, or comet at which it is closest to the Sun. Phrenology. Chiefly historical, the study of the shape and size of a person's skull as a supposed indication of their character. Phrygian. A person from Phrygia, an ancient region of West-Central Asia Minor, the western peninsula of Asia. Pirouette. An act of spinning on one foot. Polymath. A person with a wide knowledge of many different subjects. Poultice. A soft moist mass, traditionally of flour, bran, and herbs, applied to the skin to reduce inflammation. Prattle. Talk too much in a foolish or trivial way. Quizzical. Showing mild or amused puzzlement. Ready-made. Made to a standard size or specification rather than to order. Rectitude. Morally correct behavior. Reorient. Change the focus or direction of something. Rubidium. A rare soft silvery reactive metallic element. Sainted. Very good or kind, like a saint. Scherzo. A lively, light, or playful musical composition, typically comprising a movement in a symphony or sonata. School days. The period in someone's life when they attended school. Scleroderma. A medical condition in which the skin and connective tissue hardens and contracts. Scullery. A small kitchen or room at the back of a house used for washing dishes and other dirty household work. Seethe. Be filled with strong but unexpressed anger. Shiatsu. A Japanese therapy in which pressure is applied with the hands to points on the body. Sundress. A light, loose sleeveless dress. Superglue. A very strong quick-setting glue. Tamarack. A slender North American larch. Topsail. A sail set on a ship's topmast. Transsexual. And adjective variant. Spelling of transsexual. Tripwire. A wire that is stretched close to the ground and activates a trap, explosion, or alarm when disturbed. Troe. Old use think or believe something. Unexciting. Not exciting, dull. Unquote. See quote. Unwelcoming. Unfriendly or inhospitable. Velveteen. A cotton fabric with a pile resembling velvet. Verisimilitude. The appearance of being true or real. Vetch. A plant with purple, pink, or yellow flowers, grown for silage or fodder. Wheel. Formal that which is best for someone or something. Acquisitive. Too interested in obtaining money or possessions. Amaretto. A brown almond-flavored Italian liqueur. Apostolate. The position or authority of a religious leader. Armorial. Relating to heraldry or coats of arms. Backfill. Refill an excavated hole with the materia dug out of it. Barroom. A room where alcoholic drinks are served over a counter. Bedbug. A wingless bug that sucks the blood of sleeping humans. Blackthorn. A thorny shrub with white flowers and blue-black fruits, sloes. Black tie. Blotchy. Marked with blotches. Boondoggle. Informal and unnecessary, wasteful, or fraudulent project. Carboxyl. Chemistry, a radical consisting of a carbon atom linked to an oxygen atom. Carnelian. A dull red or pink semi-precious stone. Cerium. A silvery white metallic chemical element. Chemise. A dress hanging straight from the shoulders, popular in the 1920s. Cineplex. Trademark, a movie theater with several separate screens, a multiplex. Classicist. A person who studies classics. Concordat. An agreement or treaty, especially one between the Vatican and a government. Coppice. An area of woodland in which the trees or shrubs are periodically cut back to ground level. Copyist. A person who makes copies. Cortege. A solemn funeral procession. Coche. A thick, heavy stick or bar used as a weapon. Cyanogen. A highly poisonous gas. Disperse. Pay out money from a fund. Dislocate. Displace a bone from its proper position in a joint. Driveshaft. A rotating shaft that transmits torque in an engine. Earmuffs. A pair of soft fabric coverings, connected by a band, worn over the ears to protect them from cold or noise. Ebullient. Cheerful and full of energy. Enunciate. Say or pronounce something clearly. Epigram. A concise and witty saying or remark. Estimable. Worthy of great respect. Excommunicate. Officially ban someone from the sacraments and services of the Christian Church. Eyelet. A small round hole made in leather or cloth, used for threading a lace, string, or rope through. Fakir. A Muslim, or, loosely, a Hindu, holy man who lives on charitable donations. Fastback. A car with a rear that slopes continuously from the roof to the bumper. Fescue. A narrow-leaved grass, some kinds of which are used for pasture and fodder. Filbert. A cultivated hazelnut. Firelight. Light from a fire in a fireplace. Flunk. Informal fail an exam. Forewing. Either of the two front wings of a four-winged insect. Glottal. Relating to the glottis, part of the larynx. Glottal stop. Gyre. Literary whirl. Hatchling. A newly hatched young animal. Heliocentric. Having the sun as the center, as in the accepted astronomical model of the solar system. Hussy. An immoral or impudent girl or woman. Hypermarket. Brit. Imitative. Following a model or example. Infiltrator. A person who infiltrates. In-group. An exclusive, typically small, group of people with a shared interest or identity. Inimical. Harmful or unfavorable. Interdepartmental. Relating to more than one department. Jacaranda. A tropical American tree with blue trumpet-shaped flowers and sweet-smelling wood. Loggerhead. A large-headed reddish-brown turtle of warm seas. Lounger. A person who spends their time in a lazy or relaxed way. Lurker. A person who visits an internet bulletin board or chat room but does not participate. Magistracy. The position or authority of a magistrate. Magnetron. An electron tube for amplifying or generating microwaves, with the flow of electrons controlled by an external magnetic field. Maldivian. A person from the Maldives, a country consisting of a chain of islands in the Indian Ocean. Marbling. Coloring or marking that resembles marble. Microsecond. 1/millionth of a second. Misrule. Unfair or inefficient government of a country. Officiant. A priest or minister who performs a religious service or ceremony. Overstock. Stock something with more of something than is necessary or required. Oxbow. A loop formed by a horseshoe bend in a river. Paleocene. Geology relating to the earliest epoch of the Tertiary period, about 65 to 56.5 million years ago, a time of rapid development of mammals. Palindrome. A word or sequence of words that reads the same backward as forward, e.g., madam. Pervade. Spread or be present throughout. Pinnate. Botany and zoology having leaflets or other parts arranged on either side of astem or axis. Platitude. A remark or statement that has been used too often to be interesting or thoughtful. Pliant. Easily bent or influenced, pliable. Powerboat. A fast motorboat. Prurient. Having or encouraging too great an interest in sexual matters. Regicide. The killing of a king. Renminbi. The system of currency of China. Rennet. A substance made from curdled milk from the stomach of a calf, used in curdling milk for cheese. Rootless. Having nowhere where you feel settled and at home. Rueful. Expressing regret. Ruminate. Think deeply about something. Scald. Burn someone or something with very hot liquid or steam. Scampi. A dish consisting of the tails of a kind of large shrimp, typically fried in butter and garlic and topped with breadcrumbs. Sclerotic. Medicine relating to or having sclerosis. Shiitake. An edible mushroom grown in Japan and China. Slobber. Have saliva dripping from the mouth. Snowbird. Informal, a person who moves from Canada or a northern U.S. state to a warmer southern U.S. state in the winter. Splenic. Relating to the spleen. Statuesque. Attractively tall, graceful, and dignified. Swarthy. Having a dark complexion. Switchback. A 180 degrees bend in a road or path, especially one leading up the side of a mountain, a hairpin turn. Sycophantic. Flattering and obsequious. Tabla. A pair of small hand drums fixed together, used in Indian music. Tansy. A plant with yellow flat-topped button-like flower heads. Tea room. A small restaurant or cafe where tea and other light refreshments are served. Teepee. Variant spelling of teepee. Toff. Brit. Trattoria. An Italian restaurant. Treetop. The uppermost part of a tree. Triangulate. Divide an area into triangles in order to determine the distances and relative positions of points. Unequaled. Better or greater than all others. Unglued. Not or no longer stuck. Unheralded. Not previously announced, without warning. Valedictory. Related to saying goodbye. Withal. Old use in addition. Woofer. A loudspeaker designed to reproduce low frequencies. Zinfandel. A variety of black wine grape grown in California, from which a red wine is made. Alluvium. A fertile deposit of clay, silt, and sand left by floodwater. Amperage. The strength of an electric current, measured in amperes. Anasazi. A member of an ancient American Indian people of the Southwest who flourished between c. 200 BC and AD 1500. The present-day Pueblo culture developed from their later stage. Antechamber. A small room leading to a main one. Armoire. A large cabinet used especially for storing clothes, a wardrobe. Attainder. Historical. The forfeiting of, synonyms for consideration, contemplation, land and civil rights as a result of being sentenced to deliberation, thought, study, observation, mind, death. Bamboozle. Informal. Cheat or deceive someone. Baseboard. A narrow wooden board running along the base of an interior wall. Behaviorism. The theory that behavior can be explained in terms of conditioning, and that psychological disorders are best treated by altering behavior patterns. Blaspheme. Speak disrespectfully about God or sacred things. Brontosaurus. Former term for Apatosaurus. Brouhaha. A noisy and overexcited reaction. Carafe. An open-topped glass flask used for serving wine or water in a restaurant. Cloaca. A cavity at the end of the digestive tract into which the urinary and reproductive systems also open, leading to a single opening in the body. Codfish. Another term for cop. Contralto. The lowest female singing voice. Coquette. A woman who flirts. Correlative. Having a relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another. Coxswain. A person who steers a boat. Crestfallen. Sad and disappointed. Culottes. Women's knee-length shorts, cut with very full legs to resemble a skirt. Damnable. Very bad or unpleasant. Daub. Carelessly coat or smear something with a thick substance. Derriere. Euphemistic or humorous, a person's buttocks. Dirigible. An airship. Doorstop. An object that keeps a door open or in place. Exultant. Triumphantly happy. Fictive. Created by the imagination. Gluteus. Any of three muscles in each buttock that move the thigh. Gourmand. A person who enjoys eating, sometimes to excess. Guzzle. Eat or drink something greedily. Hirsute. Having a great deal of hair on the face or body, hairy. Hypotenuse. The longest side of a right triangle, opposite the right angle. Imperishable. Lasting forever. Indefinable. Not able to be defined or described exactly. Interjection. An exclamation or interruption. Kowtow. Be excessively meek and obedient in one's behavior towards someone. Lavage. The process of washing out a body cavity, such as the colon or stomach. Laze. Spend time relaxing or doing very little. Lectureship. A post as a lecturer. Like-minded. Having similar tastes or opinions. Mendelian. Relating to the theory of heredity based on characteristics transmitted as genes, as developed by the Austrian botanist G. J. Mendel. Milch. Giving or kept for milk. Mix-up. Informal, a confusion or misunderstanding. Monocular. With, for, or using one eye. Montenegrin. A person from Montenegro, a republic in the Balkans. Nitrocellulose. A highly flammable material used to make explosives and celluloid. Octogenarian. A person who is between 80 and 89 years old. Otitis. Inflammation of part of the ear, especially the middle ear, otitis media. Ovulate. Discharge ova, reproductive cells, from the ovary. Pallor. An unhealthy pale appearance. Palp. Each of a pair of long segmented feelers near the mouth of some insects and crustaceans. Parapsychology. The study of mental phenomena that cannot be explained by scientific knowledge, such as hypnosis or telepathy. Pentameter. A line of verse consisting of 5 metrical feet. Piledriver. A machine for driving piles into the ground. Pincushion. A small pad for holding pins. Plaice. An edible brown marine flatfish with orange spots. Polythene. Brit. Poorhouse. Historical, an institution where paupers were maintained with public funds. Portcullis. A strong, heavy grating that can be lowered to block a gateway to a castle. Preen. Of a bird, tidy and clean its feathers with its beak. Primogeniture. The state of being the firstborn child. Privation. A state in which essentials such as food are lacking. Prompter. A person who prompts the actors during a play. Pseudonymous. Writing or written under a false name. Recalculate. Calculate something again or differently. Redoubtable. Often humorous, of a person, worthy of respect or fear, especially as an opponent. Relict. An organism or other thing that has survived from an earlier period. Ruthenium. A hard silvery white metallic chemical element. Sallow. Yellowish or pale brown in color. Snowplow. A device or vehicle for clearing roads of snow. Statism. A political system in which the government has a great deal of central control over social and economic affairs. Stymie. Informal, prevent or hinder the progress of someone or something. Swordplay. Fencing with swords or foils. Tellurium. A silvery white crystalline non-metallic element with semiconducting properties. Thermocouple. A device for measuring or sensing a temperature difference, consisting of two wires of different metals connected at 2 points, between which a voltage is developed in proportion to any temperature difference. Turbid. Of a liquid, cloudy or muddy, not clear. Unsuspected. Not known or thought to exist, not imagined as possible. Upfield. Football, another term for downfield. Upfront/opfront/informal. Walkover. An easy victory. Whoopee. Informal, expressing wild excitement or joy. Witchery. The practice of magic. Ambergris. A waxy substance produced by sperm whales, used in perfume manufacture. Ampersand. The sign and, standing for and. Archenemy. A chief enemy. Assiduous. Showing or done with great care and thoroughness. Bailiwick. One's bailiwick, one's area of activity or interest. Baleful. Causing or threatening to cause harm. Bark. A sailing ship with 3 masts, one of which is rigged fore and aft while the others are square-rigged. Beery. Informal foresmelling or tasting of beer. Bloodstock. Thoroughbred horses. Bonbon. A piece of candy. Calvados. Apple brandy, traditionally made in the Calvados region of Normandy. Capybara. A large South American rodent resembling a 182 carbohydrate long-legged guinea pig. Cheesecloth. Thin, loosely woven cotton cloth. Chesty. Informal, of a woman, having large or prominent breasts. Chiaroscuro. The treatment of light and shade in drawing and painting. Circumpolar. Situated or occurring around one of the Earth's poles. Clapboard. One of a series of planks of wood with edges horizontally overlapping, clapper used to cover the outer walls of buildings. Coccyx. A small triangular bone at the base of the spinal column in humans and some apes. Colophon. A publisher's emblem or imprint. Come down. Informal one, a loss of status or importance. Copra. Dried coconut kernels, from which oil is obtained. Cornflower. A plant of the daisy family with deep blue flowers. Corniche. A road cut into the edge of a cliff and running along a coastline. Cottontail. A North American rabbit that has a speckled brownish coat and a white underside to the tail. Cowhide. A cow's hide. Crosswind. A wind blowing across one's direction of travel. Dacha. A country house or cottage, used as a vacation home. Datura. A North American plant whose flowers contain toxic or narcotic substances. Dejection. Sadness or low spirits. Demystify. Make a subject easier to understand. Denizen. Formal or humorous, an inhabitant or occupant of a particular place. Druggist. A pharmacist or a seller of medicinal drugs. Edamame. A dish of green soybeans boiled or steamed in their pods. Eland. A large African antelope with spiral horns. Ethnocentric. Assessing other cultures according to the particular values or characteristics of one's own. Euphorbia. A plant of a large genus that includes the spurges. Evanescent. Chiefly literary, quickly fading from sight, memory, or existence. Factoid. A piece of unreliable information that is repeated so often that it becomes accepted as fact. Fettuccine. Pasta made in ribbons. Flintlock. An old-fashioned type of gun fired by a spark from a flint. Flow. A sheet of floating ice. Formalin. A solution of formaldehyde in water. Fulsome. Excessively complimentary or flattering. Gasworks. A place where gas is manufactured and processed. Gynecomastia. Medicine enlargement of a man's breasts, usually due to hormone imbalance or hormone therapy. Homebuyer. A person who buys a house or condominium. Iconoclast. A person who attacks cherished beliefs or established values and practices. Impish. Inclined to do naughty things for fun, mischievous. Inkwell. Historical, a container for ink, usually fitted into a hole in a desk. Inky/ink/p. Adjective, inkier, inkiest, one as dark as ink. Insole. A removable sole worn inside a shoe for warmth or to improve the fit. Intercellular. Located or occurring between cells. Invariable. Never changing. Ipecac. The dried rhizome of a South American shrub, or a drug prepared from this, used as 691 Trish wolfhound, an emetic and expectorant. Jackdaw. A small gray-headed Eurasian crow, noted for its inquisitiveness. Juxtapose. Place things close together, especially so as to show a contrast. Lacustrine. Technical or literary relating to lakes. Lath. A thin, flat strip of wood, especially one of a series forming a foundation for the plaster of a wall. Liberalize. Remove or loosen restrictions on something, typically an economic or political system. Maraschino. A strong, sweet liqueur made from a kind of cherry. Maronite. A member of a Christian sect living chiefly in Lebanon. Mauritian. A person from the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. Meddlesome. Fond of interfering in other people's affairs. Mercantilism. Belief in the benefits of profitable trading, commercialism. Midbrain. A small central part of the brainstem, developing from the middle of the embryonic brain. Milliliter. 1/1000th of a liter. Miscreant. A person who has done something wrong or unlawful. Nightlight. A lamp or candle providing a dim light during the night. Noonday. Happening or appearing in the middle of the day. Onomatopoeia. The use or formation of words that sound similar to the noise described, e.g., cuckoo, sizzle. Opposable. Capable of facing and touching the other digits on the same hand. Oversubscribed. Of something for sale, applied for in greater quantities than are available. Percolate. Of a liquid or gas, filter through a porous surface or substance. Passach. The Passover festival. Ruble. Variant spelling of ruble. 1137 roughly 4/or 00 foot 3/. Rudderless. Lacking a clear sense of one's aims or direction. Sambal. A spicy vegetable or fruit relish. Schlock. Informal cheap or inferior goods or material, rubbish. Sebum. An oily substance produced by the sebaceous glands. Send-off. A gathering of people to wish good luck to someone who is leaving. Shoehorn. A curved piece of metal or plastic, used for easing one's heel into a shoe. Succor. Help and support in difficult times. Supernumerary. Present in more than the required number. Supersize. Produce or serve something in a larger size. Syncretism. The combining of different religions, cultures, or schools of thought. Totter. Move in an unsteady way. Unbutton. Unfasten the buttons of an item of clothing. Uncharitable. Unkind or unsympathetic to others. Unhurried. Moving, acting, or taking place without haste or urgency. Unipolar. Having or relating to a single pole or extremity. Unpopulated. Without inhabitants. Uttermost. And noun another term for almost T. U-turn P noun 1 the turning of a vehicle in a U-shaped course so as to face the opposite way. Varmint. Dated, informal or dialected troublesome or mischievous person or wild animal. Vernier. A small movable graduated scale for indicating fractions of the main scale on a measuring device. Weaponize. Convert to use as a weapon. Woodsy. Relating to or characteristic of wood or woodlands. Agonize. Worry greatly. Amaryllis. A plant with large trumpet-shaped flowers. Angiogram. An X-ray photograph of blood or lymph vessels, made after injection of a marking substance. Animism. The belief that all things in nature, such as plants and hills, have a soul. Arnica. A plant with yellow daisy-like flowers, used for the treatment of bruises. Atavistic. Related or reverting to the feelings or behavior of the earliest humans. Barefaced. Shameless and undisguised. Batiste. A fine linen or cotton fabric. Beauteous. Literary beautiful. Beeper. Another term for pager. Bradycardia. Medicine abnormally slow heart action. Braggart. A person who boasts about their achievements or possessions. Breakdancing. An energetic and acrobatic style of street dancing. Breccia. Rock consisting of angular fragments cemented by finer chalky material. Bruschetta. Toasted Italian bread drizzled with olive oil and often topped with tomatoes or other ingredients. Byword. A notable example. Caisson. A large watertight chamber in which underwater construction work may be carried out. Catch-up. Informal, an instance of catching up to someone in a particular activity. Chocolatier. A person who makes or sells chocolate. Communalism. A principle of political organization based on federated communes. Commutator. An attachment, connected to the armature of a motor or generator, that ensures the current flows as direct current. Contractile. Technical, able to contract or produce contraction. Convulsion. A sudden irregular movement of the body, caused by the muscles contracting involuntarily. Corpulent. Fat. Cutlet. A portion of sliced meat, coated in breadcrumbs and served either grilled or fried. Deadbolt. A bolt secured by turning a knob or key, rather than by spring action. Determiner. A person or thing that determines or decides something. Dicker. Engage in petty argument or bargaining. Earache. Pain inside the ear. Egyptology. The study of the language, history, and culture of ancient Egypt. Elastin. An elastic, fibrous protein found in connective body tissue. Endometrium. The mucous membrane lining the uterus. Fatso. Fatsos, informal, derogatory of fat person. Figuration. Decoration using designs. Foist. Impose an unwelcome person or thing on. Foliar. Technical, relating to leaves. Freeborn. Not born in slavery. Gentian. A plant of temperate and mountainous regions with violet or blue trumpet-shaped flowers. Gurgle. Make a hollow bubbling sound. Hexane. A colorless liquid hydrocarbon of the alkane series, commonly used as a solvent. Homebody. Informal, a person who likes to stay at home, especially one who is perceived as unadventurous. Horsehair. Hair from the mane or tail of a horse, used in furniture for padding. Hussar. A soldier in a light cavalry regiment that adopted a dress uniform modeled on that of the Hungarian light horsemen of the 15th century. Inflammable. Easily set on fire. Institutionalize. Establish as an accepted part of an organization or culture. Jeer. Make rude and mocking remarks to someone. Longshore. Relating to or moving along the seashore. Megalomania. The false belief that one is very powerful or important. Meson. Physics, a subatomic particle that is intermediate in mass between an electron and a proton. Nephritis. Inflammation of the kidneys. Nitpicking. Informal, fussy fault-finding. Nitwit. Informal, a silly or foolish person. Obsequious. Trying too hard to please someone, excessively obedient or respectful. Oilseed. Any of various seeds from crops from which oil is obtained, e.g., rape, peanut, or cotton. Pantheism. The belief that God is present in all things in the universe. Pecorino. An Italian cheese made from used milk. Perplexity. The state of being puzzled. Photocopier. A machine for making photocopies. Polyamide. A polymer of a type that includes many synthetic fibers such as nylon. Portend. Be a sign or warning that something important or disastrous is likely to happen. Portentous. Important as a sign or warning of what is likely to happen, of great significance. Potentiometer. An instrument for measuring or adjusting an electromotive force. Praline. A smooth substance made from. Proconsul. A governor or deputy consul of a colony. Pugnacious. Eager or quick to argue, quarrel, or fight. Quintuple. Consisting of 5 parts or elements. Racketeer. A person who makes money from dishonest activities. Razz. Informal, tease someone playfully. Rearm. Provide with or obtain a new supply of weapons. Shuffleboard. A game played by pushing discs with a long-handled cue over a marked surface. Sinfonia. Music won a symphony. Spic. Informal, offensive, a Spanish-speaking person from Central or South America or the Caribbean. Spondylitis. Arthritis in the backbone, especially ankylosing spondylitis, a form in which the vertebrae, bones, become fused. Summer house. A house or cottage used as a second residence during the summer months. Tee. A giggle or laugh. Toady. A person who behaves in an excessively respectful way toward another in order to gain their favor. Troth. A trotting pace.